Can you do SPOOk-E from On My Block?
Crib bigger than the kid from Home Alone.
Got my spooky sweater on in my spooky beret. I'm a spooky beast, just found my spooky prey. Forgotten about the spooky tales I told, yeah. Here comes spooky senior just to spook you in the cold, yeah. With his creepy old hands.
Well, I'm spooky senior. That don't mean, hey, what the fuck is wrong with my hat?
We pride ourselves in that on defense, is, trying to make those plays when it matters most, and, we were able to tonight. Just a tough, resilient defense. We bend, but we don't break. That's kind of our mentality, and guys play with a very high effort, keep it away from our offense, and we pride ourselves in that on defense, is, trying to make those plays when it matters most, and we were able to tonight. Just a tough, resilient defense. We bend, but we don't break. That's kind of our mentality, and guys play with a very high effort. It's just a tough, resilient defense. We bend, but we don't break, and we got guys that play with a very high effort. If we make mistakes, it's on to the next one, learn from it, move on, and that's what you got to have in this league, because if you let one mistake beat you twice, then it'll beat you 3 times, 4 times, and start stacking up. You can't have that. And we just got such a good group of guys. It's such a joy to play around, be on this team. The brotherhood that we have in the locker room, not just on defense, but the whole team in general. The chemistry is unbelievable, and that's why we're able to play at such a high level. There's we have that unselfish attitude that guys just want to do their part to play team defense, and that's what's been so successful for us. This is the standard now, is making it here, not only making it here, but playing at a championship level, and that's what we plan to do.
And I want to make a little note here real quick. We will try to get back to Steve in just a few minutes. It's a symptom of, having to work remotely and things like that. We will try to get back to him. The Bengals, though, in the meantime, filling 2 major needs tonight. The first was a receiver, the second a linebacker. The top pick in the 3rd round for the Bengals, Logan Wilson, became a Bengal. Logan comes from Wyoming. He was a stud out west, regarded by some as the best middle linebacker in the draft. Remember, the Bengals coaching staff coached a team in the Senior Bowl this year. Well, he played against their team, but Zach Taylor and the coaches got a good look at him there, and it made a difference. Logan says the guy they saw there is exactly what we're going to see here every day.
It wasn't like the way I carried myself at the Senior Bowl was different than how I carry myself when no one's watching. I always carry myself the same way. It's just always that business-like mentality in everything I do.
With the 65th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Logan Wilson, linebacker, Wyoming.
And there is Logan Wilson and family having to wait no longer than the first round, or the first pick, rather, of the 3rd round to hear his name come off the board. And this is a kid from Casper, Wyoming. He said wearing the yellow and brown, the gold and brown, meant something for me. His father, Trevor, wrestled at Dickinson State. What can we tell us, DJ, about Logan Wilson?
Well, I think you're going to look back 5 years from now. We're going to talk about this being one of the best picks in this year's draft class. He just got phenomenal cover ability. His ability to be an athlete, move in space, match up, range sideline to sideline. You just see all this high school athleticism. You better be able to play sideline to sideline and make plays. That's what Logan Wilson does. I love this pick for the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, there you see what they've done. They went Burrow and Ellish and T. Higgins on the first 2 picks, and now they've gone the defensive side of the ball. Solid shirt, by the way. We got to get on.
You, my friend, career high in tackles 17 is insane.
I've never had 17 tackles in a game in my life, so when I saw the stat after the game, I was astonished myself.
Logan Wilson, 14 solo tackles.
You had a sack too. I was happy to see that one on Watson.
Run a stunt with Logan Wilson inside. Watson never had a chance.
Yeah, that was a good one. Finally get that first one of the season under the belt late in the year.
My butt is on fire. Tackles, man. It is what it is. Take it easy on him.
I don't know. I just don't know if I would actually do it. It's one of those things where you talk about it, and then you're actually in the situation to do it. You're like, I don't know if I'd actually do it, but it'd be a good time to get a turnover.
Tannehill steps forward, popped up in the air, intercepted. Logan Wilson's got it. But the Rams were built to win the Super Bowl, and they have sealed the deal.
Does this team ever talk about last year's Super Bowl when you're in the locker room?
No. I mean, we have a burning fire within us that, we obviously want to get back and win it. But, we got really good guys in the locker room and understand that the past is the past. There's nothing we can do about it. It sucked at the same time, but also there's a lot of positives. It was a unique experience, and now that we have a taste of it, we understand what it takes to get there.
What is the ingredient, a team that takes you to the Super Bowl, the most important thing?
I would say the biggest thing is unselfishness. As hard as it is, like in the NFL, to have guys that are unselfish. You got to have guys that are just willing to do their job. When stuff bad happens, we don't point fingers at guys. Like you learn from that mistake, and you don't let that mistake happen again.
Who's responsible for that unselfishness? You're too humble, Logan. You're too humble.
Low-scoring football game. That's the AFC North, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, we didn't get the victory, and that's what we'll learn from it and move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got a football team that their quarterback is obviously as explosive as anybody in the National Football League. You guys did a pretty good job of controlling the explosives. That Baltimore really didn't have a whole lot of explosives during the course of this football game.
Yeah, I mean, there might be some positives we can take from it. We'll look at the film, but at the end of the day, we didn't get the win, and that's the most important part.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, it looked like on the game-winning field goal, it looked like the snap might have been a little bit low. The holder did a pretty damn good job at that. Tucker, man, that guy, he's the GOAT. He doesn't miss.
No, he's a weapon. He's a good kicker.
No doubt about it. So, what do you do? Just put it behind you as quick as you possibly can and move on right away?
Yep, you have to. Got to have short-term memory in this league.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks.
Logan Wilson.